focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green. Right? Talking to my past like focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
We have come to your screen once again. Hello, hello, hello. We're breaking the silence as you've seen already. However, we always know, ladies, that we do have newest viewers out there.
Yes, we
and
do.
again, we want to have a lasting first impression, which is a polite one, you know, not rude, not rude. Okay, and we wanted to, of course, be respectful. So let us introduce ourselves, okay? My name is Angeli.
I'm Nori.
I'm ShyTia.
And again, welcome to Team
Breaking the silence.
Breaking the silence. There you go. Okay, they've loaded. We've loaded. We've all loaded. All right. Before we go to our topics today, you ladies, I'm already going to start off with a question.
Okay.
All right. Since we are in that era of, you know, technology, let's go to the future. Okay. This question is the future. What everyday item from today will confuse people 200 years from now? 200 years. So
That's a good question. I don't know.
I feel like a cell phone.
Yeah.
Or like a wallet.
Yeah,
because
wallet.
you know,
A wallet.
cell phones have changed so much in like what, 20 years?
Yeah.
It's changed so much that the older people are like, what do I even do with this?
What is
So
this?
imagine the phones or even wallets, because now everybody's keeping
It's like,
everything
digital
digital.
wallet.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I would think paper.
Paper?
Yeah, because like 200 years from now, I would think that
No
nothing in
paper.
paper. It's just all digital. That what are we touching? Like,
Yeah.
you know. But
Interesting.
we used to use it every single
Yeah.
day. What about you? Well, you can tell us later on in our, you know, you could leave a comment. However, let's take a look at our topics for today. It's
Okay.
a little. These topics, they're getting
Don't
trendy.
get too
they're
much
getting
into
trendy.
it.
I'm not gonna say much, but first one is separate bedrooms.
Good or bad?
Good or bad?
good
We
thing
don't
or
know.
bad
We are
thing?
gonna dive into that, the pros and cons of it.
What do you
If
think
you're
about
already
that?
like, right, you got up on your seat and be like, what? Turn it off. No, don't.
Don't go
get
nowhere.
heated. We're gonna be talking about it later on. Another one we're gonna be talking about, your attention has a price tag. Yeah. Did you know that?
I agree with that.
Did you know that you feeding someone? Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. All right, we also have our host segment, which is gourmet and gross out. So I'm gonna go into. I hope you ate already,
interesting.
okay? And I hope your stomach is full, or maybe not, because maybe some of these we wanted to try or not.
You'll just
might
have
be
to
grossed
see.
out or not, so we'll have to see it later. And of course, the time has come for you to speak, which is BTS Unfiltered.
I'm scared.
So
I hope you guys were nice.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to feel about this, but we have to, because we always invite you to come and comment.
Yeah.
So we have to give you this segment, okay? So if you want to know what you wrote on those comments, you better stay tuned for this.
Yeah.
However, I know that was a lot, right, ladies? We're gonna give ourselves a break, and you as well. So we'll be back.
Breaking the silence. Sometimes all it takes is a conversation. We're talking career hacks, relationship advice, and the tools to build an amazing life. Keep it here.
Feeling drained? Breaking the Silence highlights the vital connection between physical and mental well-being. Step 1. Hydrate intentionally. Make a conscious effort to drink enough water throughout the day. Your brain and body will thank you. Step 2. Embrace colorful foods. Incorporate a variety of fruits and vegetables into your meals. Nourishment is self-care. Step 3. Move your body joyfully. Find an activity you enjoy, even for a few minutes each day. Movement boosts mood and energy. Don't let fatigue silence your vibrancy. Find your power. Break the silence and join the conversation. Tune in to Breaking the Silence weekdays on ULFN. Visit watch.ulfn.org for tips to reclaim your energy and embrace your authentic self.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
If it wasn't for that mistake, we wouldn't be where we're at now.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
The more we complain, the more harm we're doing to ourselves.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Separate bedrooms. And I already want to dive into the question, okay? Let's start it off with a question. Today in this show, we're starting off everything in the question. Okay, the first question that we have today. Can sleeping separately actually strengthen a relationship? And this is like, you're probably not surprised with this because you've probably seen it in the news or maybe social media if you're scrolling. It's been a trend these days. And a lot of couples are saying that it's actually helping them, especially if you got a different sleeping pattern than your spouse.
Yeah.
But what do you think, ladies, about this one?
Tia.
Okay.
I want to hear what she
So, is it something that I do? No, I don't do that. I definitely sleep in the same bedroom. However, like Angeli was saying, different sleeping habits, like maybe you work, because I know some couples that instead of them getting childcare, one spouse will work mornings and the other spouse will work nights. So it's like if you're just now getting home and it's like an hour or two before that, your spouse has to wake up, you might just be like, you know what, let me go into this separate room, let me sleep here so that way I don't wake her up too early or she doesn't wake me up when it's time for her to get up and get the kids ready and all of that thing. So I can definitely see where some couples have. Also, if you're the type of person who snores and maybe your spouse is a really light sleeper and they don't get any sleep at all because of the snoring, they might, kick you out a little bit so they can get a good night's rest.
But I think when it comes to the snoring part, I don't think that's a good enough or a valid enough reason to sleep in separate bedrooms because you're stuck with that person for life. You know what I mean? Okay, granted, in the beginning of the of the marriage and stuff, you're not accustomed to it, you haven't adapted to it yet. So okay, fine. But listen, you're gonna spend the rest of your life with this person, so you might as well just get used to it. So when it comes to snoring, that is not a valid reason for you to be sleeping in separate bedrooms. Now, again, the example that ShyTia gave, yes, that is 100% valid. But at the same time, I've seen people say that when they do separate for a little bit of time, it kind of
keep the spark.
It kind of keep the spark. It makes them miss each other more and stuff like that. So in that aspect, then yes, I kind of agree. You know what I mean? But if it's for any other silly reason, then no, not at all.
Yeah. And I think it also depends on the relationship of the couple. Like if you both agree with it, of course, because imagine like sleeping on the same bed, but then, you're getting irritated waking up because the other one is a light sleeper, the other one is like snoring, or the other one has to get up to feed the baby, right? So, you're in the sleeping in the same bed, but maybe you are not, getting along. But then when, like Nori said, when you do have like that distance a little bit, like time apart a little bit, instead of having to always bicker, then maybe that would give you some time to think about it, So maybe sleeping on this separate bedrooms is really it's not that bad. But again, it depends on the couples. Again, personal opinion, no, I would like rather have to like just compromise, right? And of course, it's communication with your spouse as well. But is it really about the whole marriage? I don't think so. Again, we cannot judge by, okay, they're sleeping, there's a problem in their marriage, or but again, what works out for them? Because again, work schedule is different. Nowadays, society has been completely different. The wife works, the husband works, sometimes night shifts, as you mentioned, sometimes only weekends. So you give the time to your spouse as well. And of course, those patterns, those habits that are sometimes getting, you wake up in the morning so grumpy because you haven't slept because they're tossing and turning and you're a light sleeper. So sometimes you gotta give that time so that your relationship could work out. So.
You mentioned the word compromise not too long ago. And that for me, I think is the key, because there's so many different things that can play a role in a person getting irritated when it comes to sleeping time or whatever. For example, I have super duper cold feet. So yes, whenever, it's time to go to sleep, it's like, don't put your feet on me. And, or he likes to take the blanket and then I'm here freezing because he just hogged up all of those things you can definitely compromise. You know what I mean? It's not a reason to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go sleep in the other room because your feet is too cold. Or I'm going to go sleep in the other room because you took all the blanket. You hogged all the blanket and I was freezing and stuff like that, Or you like the temperature warmer, or I like the temperature cooler. You know what I mean?
They have these fancy beds now where you can cool and heat and all of that stuff. And I think that also some people do it because they need that alone time, especially when they're like overwhelmed, they're stressed. I definitely know this lady that, I don't know her personally, but I saw where she says that her and her husband actually have separate houses. So that way, when she's like a very introverted person and when she feels like overwhelmed, she'll be like, okay, now it's time for you to go to your house. Even though it's not far, it's literally like right next door. You go to your house, I'm going to stay here. So that way I can kind of calm down, because it might overwhelm someone when you're not used to someone being there 24/7 and now they're there all the time. You might just be like, okay, go over there so I can have some space.
We need to have conversation.
Again, it's whatever. But again, whatever works out for the couple. But again, don't be too comfortable. Don't be too comfortable sleeping in a separate bedroom. Don't be comfortable having, I don't know about the house, but the bedroom is already a little bit too much. But don't be comfortable with that. Yes, your relationship is probably working out. However, you need to also have some time to be together. So make sure you have the balance. All right. But right now, we are going to go on a quick break and we'll be back.
Got a dream on the back burner? It's time to ignite that fire. Breaking the Silence brings you the tools and motivation you need to unleash your potential. Don't change that channel.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was like a whole range of emotions: joy, sadness. There's gonna be obstacles. You're gonna feel like, why is it happening to me? And you're gonna realize you're not the only one. There's no perfect way. Your own way will be the perfect way. You're gonna protect it with all your might. Just seeing him happy, it's just joy, I look through his eyes. I can envision like a whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. Oh man, he can smile now. I'm happy because he's advancing in life, he's growing. Being a young dad, it's not giving up, it's shifting. My life is now devoted to his life.
Looking for connection and empowerment? Tune in to Breaking the Silence.
That's why we're here, to brighten and lighten up your dia, okay?
Sometimes all it takes is a conversation.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes when women overcome adversity? On Breaking the Silence, we don't shy away from the real challenges we all face.
You're not perfect, I'm not perfect, so I always have a quote that I live by that says that it's a beauty in imperfection.
We're not afraid to ask the tough questions, and more importantly, offer real solutions you can use.
Like in most in all of the relationships, communication is key, and it's even harder. Well, yeah, easier as well as harder from a text message, call. So that is one key for like relationships to work.
Because sometimes all it truly takes is a conversation.
Gourmet or gross out? We're not gonna try them with our taste buds. However, we are gonna taste them with our eyes to see if we're gonna actually try it or not, or we're saying it's gourmet, or we're gonna be like grossed out.
Yeah.
So, ladies, I hope you're ready for this one.
I am.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, we might have some weird combinations, but that's fine. We are gonna go ahead on it, okay?
right.
So let's take a look at our first food combination. Ice cream and croissant. Let's take a look at this.
Rating the most popular food hacks of the month. The second I saw this ice cream sandwich filled croissant hack, I had to have it. You just cut the top off, remove some of the inside, and then heat up the pastries till they smell all warm and buttery. And then you just kind of shove in your favorite ice cream bar and pull out the stick. And that warm, flaky croissant is so soft. And then there's that satisfying crunch from the frozen chocolate, and the ice cream gets a little melty. It's perfect. I also tried it with the sea salt caramel bar, and it was even better. Like the sugary crunch from the caramel on the chocolate was so satisfying. And then the caramel ice cream is so sweet. I really want to try it with other pastries now too.
Definitely gourmet.
Yes.
Grossed out. For me, that was just like boredom. Like, I don't know what to do. I want dessert, and I don't know, a snack or something, and you just
reminds me of like ice cream and waffles, or like, like ice cream and cake. Like, I feel like it's good.
For me, it's grossed out because it has two things that
she's not able
I'm not a fan of. Ice cream because of the dairy, and then croissant, I'm just not a fan of croissant or bread, in general. So
croissant
for me, it's a grossed out.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we got one grossed out for that one. Maybe this one. Let's try. Yeah, two gourmets. Okay. Our next food combination: saltine crackers and cold chocolate frosting. Sounds tempting. Okay, let's take a look.
The chocolate for her.
Yes.
First up is saltine crackers with cold chocolate frosting. I just put frosting on it and then put it in the freezer. I mean, how could this be bad? Saltine crackers, underrated. Plus, sweet and salty is always good, but something about the cold frosting really does something for it texturally.
Gourmet. No chocolate for
grossed out for her.
So,
Well,
if it was something different, maybe. But I do love y'all know I eat chips and ice cream. So
if it's white chocolate,
if it's something, I think I would.
Dude, we have people looking at you weird. What's going on?
Don't lock it until you try it. Some of these things.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So
okay. Well, this one we might have like some eyebrows raising on this one.
Oh boy.
The food combination is ramen noodles. I know you love ramen noodles. However, with mashed potatoes. Let's take a look.
Okay.
They said to make the ramen, drain the liquid before adding the seasoning packet and then your mashed potatoes in. I just used instant mashed potatoes and I forgot for a second that it wasn't Parmesan, so I just kept piling it on. And it did kind of make the noodles feel and look a little overcooked, but you know what? This is incredible. It's so tasty. Comfort food on another level. It's just so buttery and has that mashed potato taste, but feels like ramen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gourmet.
I mean, if you like, consistency, like there's people that like their food to be nice, consistent, and thick and stuff, so it could be nice and filling. Then I can understand. Yeah, I'm gonna gourmet that. I'm gonna gourmet
I'm definitely grossed out.
Why?
So when I eat ramen, I actually don't like it overcooked. No, I don't like it overcooked. So when she said it's like it feels like it's slightly
Soggy.
overcooked, that threw me off completely.
So
I need it to be nice and firm. You know, like I need it to be firm.
She likes
to be like,
semi-raw.
Yeah. Because it's I don't eat it like that.
Do you eat a cooked one?
No, I don't. But I do like it to be firm because as it cooks, like once you take it out, it's gonna keep cooking. Yeah. And then by the end, it's gonna be soft.
Really
so if you already have it like close to soggy or like then by the end, it's gonna be disgusting. Like it's like soggy cereal.
Oh, I love it.
You don't like soggy cereal?
No.
Ooh, okay, all right. Well, that was definitely gourmet for me.
I'm gonna gourmet that one. I'm gourmeting this one. Well, let's see. We have another one.
Okay.
Fish sticks and applesauce.
Jeez,
Let's see how this is gonna turn out.
Okay, hear me out. Fish sticks with applesauce. I know this one sounds weird, but I genuinely only try ones I think have a potential of being good. And people do applesauce with like pork chops. I don't know. For a second, I thought it might work.
Her face alone just told us what that is.
No,
no ma'am, no ham, no turkey.
Her face alone just was like, oh no, this is disgusting. So I don't even think we need to give onto that. How can you mix fish sticks and applesauce? Like,
no, I don't know.
No,
cravings be crazy sometimes, you know? Hey,
never know.
Maybe she was bored and she was like, let's see what I can, let's see.
Or maybe she was on her.
Yeah, it just sounds like, you know what it sounds like? You know when your mom will pack lunch and then it's like you traded away all the good stuff and that's what you have left and you're like, well, let me see if this tastes good.
Yeah,
and it's just
and
like,
then you just try it.
Yeah, like, or there was nothing else to eat, so you mix it together.
Or maybe she happened to be eating fish sticks on its own and I don't know, maybe she had a bowl of applesauce and it fell in there. And then she's like, oh my goodness, well, I'm not going to throw it away. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's definitely grossed out for me.
Grossed out.
Yeah, grossed out for everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
We agree
Y'all
on that.
can try it and let us know on BTS Filter.
She mentioned pork chop with, I think applesauce too.
Yeah.
Did she? I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe with pork chop it would work. But then with fish sticks, it won't.
No.
Okay, the next one.
Next one.
We have a next one, mayonnaise as a dipping sauce.
Foods I love that other people think are kind of gross. Starting with mayo as a dip. I'm buying the big old value size. I love mayo. And it's so good with French fries dunked in it, chicken nuggets, chips.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I would.
Gourmet, but put it in a little bowl next time. Like,
she's just eating it right out of the jar.
What I do sometimes is I put a little mayo, put a little bit of ketchup or whatever other ingredient I want in it, and I dip it. I mix it all together, and I just dip it and make my dipping sauce and call it a day.
So you wouldn't have it like a plain mayo?
I don't like mayo
I would,
like
but
that.
it's not like, you know.
I don't like mayo like that. Even sandwiches, I put mustard on my sandwiches.
Instead of mayo.
Yeah, I'm not really much
I'm
of
not
a
a
mustard
mayo person, really. Like, I'll eat it, but
I'll gourmet it.
I'm not gonna be just dipping
like
stuff
French, you know?
French fries. No, that's what ketchup is for. Why am I dipping French fries in
some
mayo?
people like mayo.
Yeah, you never know. You know, they just have like that preference.
That's good for them.
All right.
They put a little salt in it.
Didn't like it at all.
That's grossed out.
All right. So we have another combo. Okay, so this is marshmallow, fluff, and some s'mores. Let's take a look.
Let's see.
With this hack, you can s'mores anything. Stick your favorite treat on a skewer and dip it into marshmallow fluff. It only takes seconds to char. That is so cute. You don't have to wait till the marshmallow gets gooey because it already is. You can skewer your favorite candy bars, fruits, or my favorite, a little peanut butter in between 2 Ritz crackers. That alone is maybe the greatest invention right there. It's like all of the inside of a Nutty Buddy.
Yummy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gourmet.
Yep.
Gourmet.
You know, I can't really eat too much s'mores because of the chocolate.
Yeah.
But to be able to make other stuff into s'mores, I think.
Yeah, she used like the strawberry and stuff. You know, I saw it and I automatically thought about movie night.
Yeah.
You know, that would definitely be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Gourmet.
Okay, we got a last one. This is bread, butter, oatmeal, taco.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
It's loaded. Let's take a look.
Go ahead.
Foods I love that other people think are kind of gross. Starting with a bread and butter oatmeal taco. This is how I eat my oatmeal. Never thought it was weird until I posted about it and people were really hating on it in the comments. But I also had people tell me to toast the bread, that it would be way better. But no, I love how soft it is. Nostalgic, I love it.
I want my oatmeal
That's a little
separate.
too mushy for me. No.
I don't even eat oatmeal. So.
No, I'll have oatmeal.
You know, I never realized how picky of an eater I was until we played this game because I don't even eat oatmeal. I don't like the texture of it. So that would just throw it completely off of for me now.
Yeah, for me, this would be a grossed out.
If it was like separate, then it's fine. But with a combo like
like that? No.
And it's the same lady as the other one.
Yeah, like with the fish sticks. Like, what are you trying?
Yeah.
Like, are you bored or something?
Definitely
but, you know,
fly.
But sometimes when you try to like these combinations, sometimes you hit like, oh no, this is actually a good combination.
Yes.
That's how like new restaurants, like, you know, they find their recipes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did have some gross out, but we had more gourmets. I mean, at least for me. I don't know for these two ladies. However, I hope you also had some more gourmet than gross out. But right now we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back.
Do you have a dream tucked away? It's time to break free and chase it. Breaking the Silence celebrates women who dare to dream big and change the world. Get the tools and motivation to turn your dream into reality. Breaking the Silence. Ignite your passion. Unleash your potential. Weekdays on ULFN.
Is that inner voice a little too harsh? Breaking the Silence offers guidance on cultivating self-compassion.
I'm not going to put myself down. I'm not going to say these negative things or think that I'm the worst person in the world. No, because as long as you're recognizing it, then that's already a first step.
Step 1. Notice the negative talk. Become aware of when your inner critic is loudest. Step 2. Challenge the thoughts. Ask yourself, is this truly accurate? Would I say this to a friend? Step 3. Replace with kindness. Speak to yourself with the same understanding and empathy you offer others. You deserve your own compassion. Don't let self-doubt silence your potential. Find your strength. Break the silence and join the conversation. Tune in to Breaking the Silence weekdays on ULFN. Visit watchulfn.org to connect with the BTS community and discover resources to empower your journey.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
How can I read the Bible and understand it? How do I use my faith? Am I doing things right on my Christian walk? Though we strive to be more like the Lord Jesus, questions and doubts can sometimes pop into our minds. The Bible says, "And I will give you shepherds after my own heart, who will feed you with knowledge and understanding." The pastors and bishops of the Universal Church are those kinds of shepherds who make themselves available for counseling every day of the week. Whether you live near a Universal Church or not, our online pastor can provide you with the spiritual guidance you need. Visit ulfn.org/online-pastor. Fill out the quick form, and a pastor from the Universal Church will get in touch with you shortly. The Universal Church, where you can stop the suffering.
Breaking the Silence, where women speak up and make their voices heard.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
You have to take time to exercise. You have to take time to invest in you.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
Think about other people and how our decisions are going to affect them.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Have you ever heard about this phrase? If you're not paying for the product, you are the product. And this is related to our question for this segment. Who profits from keeping us distracted? Yeah, because have you ever asked yourself that question? Because we've been scrolling, scrolling, for not only minutes, but hours. Have you ever asked who really profits from this? Because there's something involved in there. Those ads that they put in, don't skip or skip ad, even if it's like 5 seconds, because it's being monetized, So it's really interesting. It's really interesting how you can just be there, and then on the other end, the more views, the more, ching.
And the thing is like they see what people are engaging in, right? So the social media teams or people, they are analyzing like, okay, this video, what was different that this video had 1 million views and this one only had 500,000 views. So they see like what is said, what is done. So it's like when we continue watching a video, they're like, okay, what made her keep watching this rather than skipping it? Because they have the data of what time frame people stop watching. So they have the thing like, oh, they only went 20 seconds or they went a whole minute or they went this or they went that. So they have the data. That's why we see a lot of videos and a lot of things on social media getting shorter and shorter, because they started to realize that people are no longer watching these full videos. They're no longer watching all of these things. What they're doing is they're stopping at a certain point. So then they're like, how much can I put into this 20 seconds that is going to make them curious enough to either keep watching the full video or for them to buy my product or things like that.
And it's impressive. That's all it takes. And it's interesting to see how now they are using that more and more each time, because it's like every time a person is scrolling. Before, it used to be kind of like the stores. I don't know if you guys remembered when you would walk into a store or into a certain store, there would be either music or there would be a jingle in the background that would easily catch your attention and stuff. And it will always be playing in your mind, in the back of your mind. And constantly, every time you thought of something or a specific item, you would think about that jingle, you would think about that store. But now, because everybody is scrolling, even kids, when you give them a device, they're scrolling all the time. They're watching, and it's all, just being recorded. How long they stood on something, what caught their attention, if they actually selected or clicked something that was similar to that. And they're getting all of that information all the time, 24/7. So that's something that's like nonstop. It's constant.
And that's why we're always like almost immersed to social media because of the algorithm. We've spoken about this before, that, the more you see things that you like, for example, recipes or clothes, and then it would pop up, just you're like, oh, how convenient. No, it's the patterns that, algorithm, okay, so she's been spending time with this, this kind of category, so let me show her more, So, and that is why we see like, okay, the time is already after 20 minutes, or maybe sometimes hours, and then hours and hours, and you're still there because, okay, funny videos, and then you're just scrolling. There is a way, of course, you're not going to completely have technology off, but you can turn off notifications, or you can actually, there is I don't know if each social media platform is like this, but there will be a setting where you would be blocking or maybe turning it off and saying, this category I don't want to be showing in my feed, and this and this and that. And you can do that. You can turn off notifications. You can unfollow, people that you don't want to pop up on your feed. That's one way for you not to be always there, doom scrolling on your phone.
And I think that's really important, because back then, like growing up, or, you know, the way media was, it's like there was a break, right? So it's like if you have a book or a magazine, you will reach the end of it. If there was a TV show, especially not today with all this binge watching, but back then when you had to watch it once a week, there will be a break. So it's like your brain is resting, right? You have this time, but with social media, there's no break. There's no end of the feed, because it's like as you keep scrolling, there's always going to be a different video that pops up. There's always going to be something else that pops up. And for a lot of people, the break, or to get you to stop, is like when you do find something you don't like and you're like, oh, I don't like this. So then you're going to be like, oh, wait, let me get off of this. But it's like they want you to be so immersed in it that you don't get off of it. And as Angeli was saying, it's like you have to make way to limit it for yourself, right? So you have to be like, okay, you know what? I have this screen time or this app lock. You know, I really think that that's a cool idea, where it's like, if I'm on this for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, lock it. Don't allow me to go access it until the next day. So that way you can break out of that habit of just, I'm bored, let me go to social media. And then you're just wasting all your time. And then you're like, wow, I didn't get nothing done. You know, I just took a 5-minute break, and then my 5 minutes turned into 2 hours. Now I don't even have the energy that I had to finish cooking or to finish cleaning or do all of this stuff, because I took this break. So it's like once you have that block, it will kind of get you back into that habit of like, no, I do have other tasks to do.
Yeah, and that's why we see that they're investing more in shorter videos, because in our minds, it's like, okay, well, this wasn't that long. So you know what? I can watch another one. It's going to be really quick. And you're watching another one and you're like, no, you know what? Let me watch one more, because these videos, they're so short. And that's where they're getting you. And it kind of becomes like something that's addictive, you know, and it's not like our brain has a I'm finished signal. No, you're just going to keep, if you don't have that discipline, if you don't have that thing where you're like, okay, you know what, that's enough. I got to stop. You're just going to keep going. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. And these people are going to get richer, and they're going to get richer, and they're going to get richer, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like when you think about it, like who really profits from this? Because it's free. You don't need to, like, because, you know, like there's like streaming sites, right? You have to subscribe, and then I don't want to pay for that, like me, right? However, like the social media platforms, they're free. They're free, and you're thinking, okay, that's fine. Like I could just be here hours and hours and not pay for anything. But if you really think about it, like the question that we had in the beginning, who really profits from this, you know? So not only you, but your kids, the next generation. So you can put that lock, that screen lock, or that app lock, or you can even put restrictions, especially for your kids, you know? So think about that. We're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be back.
Feeling the energy? You're tuned into the right place. Breaking the silence is keeping it real, right here, right now. More empowering conversations, and the voices you need to hear are coming up next. Stay with Angeli, Francisca, Nori, and ShyTia. The conversation is just getting started. Energy? You're tuned into the right place. Breaking the silence is keeping it real, right here, right now. More empowering conversations, and the voices you need to hear are coming up next. Stay with Angeli, Francisca, Nori, and ShyTia. The conversation is just getting started.
It's hard to always know what's going on with your kids. The Talk They Hear You mobile app and Screen for Success tool can help. The mobile app shows you how to turn everyday situations into opportunities to talk with your kids about alcohol and other drugs. Screen for Success helps you find out if your child needs more support by asking about their health, wellness, and well-being. Keep your kids safe and healthy. Download the free Talk They Hear You mobile app and start using Screen for Success today.
Hungry for something real? Not fast food. Soul food. Welcome to the Soul Food Podcast with Bishop Joshua. This is where truth is served. Truth that strengthens your faith and sustains you through real life. Bible-based messages that are practical, relatable, and meet you right where you are.
If you have a physical enemy, you know how to fight. But once the enemy is invisible, only the power of God.
No hype, no gimmicks. Just real spiritual nourishment for everyday living. Streaming now on all major platforms. Come hungry, leave nourished. Because when your faith is fed, it can't be defeated.
Genesis. Only on LFN.
At 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Your story matters. Your voice matters. This is Breaking the Silence.
Well, you have spoken, and we're going to read it for you and for the other viewers, what you have said about us and about the shows, about the different episodes,
How
about
much
the
you
different
just
segments.
love us.
Yes. So, are we ready, ladies, to hear it?
Not really, but...
Not really? Well, ShyTia, you got to be ready for this one.
Oh,
Because this first one is coming for you.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to read it, okay?
Oh, no,
I'm going to read
I'm
it.
scared.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay. Are you ready? Hold your seat. Okay. So this is from Tasha, and she says, ShyTia, trust your gut.
Tasha, why you gotta cover me like that? And you from Houston? You probably saw me in the store or something like that. You just wanted to say that. Yes, guys, I know. I need to trust my gut.
Yeah.
When will I learn? Hopefully soon I will learn from that and I will stop saying, I should have trusted my gut. I know the answers. I just need to believe more.
Tasha will be watching for the next episode.
Yeah, she will.
She's gonna make sure.
Yeah, she's gonna hold you accountable.
Yeah, she definitely
She'll be
will.
coming back for the BTS and Full and say, okay, she really did.
Yeah, she learned her lesson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we do have another one, and this one is from... So this one is from the Emoji Gang, and this one is from Monica R. And she said, I grew up watching the Mary Tyler Moore Show. That show was my childhood. And she's from Detroit, Michigan. And listen, we all was stuck on that one. We was definitely stuck. I definitely forgot. And y'all know me, I watch almost everything, but I think that was a little before my time.
Oh my goodness.
I think that was a little bit before my time.
Here they go. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're going to go into our next one. And this is from the friend who only calls in crisis. So Denise W says, I don't mind being the crisis friend. Somebody has to be dependable. Denise, I'm not sure if I agree with you on this one. Because imagine all the time, they only call you when they're in crisis. They don't call to be like, hey, Denise, you want to go out for a cup of coffee, girl? You want to go to the spa? Girl, it's on me. I'm paying for it. All you got to do is enjoy your day. They only call you when they're in crisis.
But maybe Denise likes that. You know, maybe
she wants to be dependable.
She not only wants to be dependable, but maybe she just don't want to be bothered all the time. So it's like if you're always calling, hey, let's hang out. Hey, maybe she don't have time to, hang out with everybody, do all this stuff.
Maybe.
But she's there when you need her. Like, okay, you can't call me every day, but if you need something, then I got you. Don't worry. And I think that's true. We all need a friend like that.
Yeah.
Like we need a friend that we can call when things are going bad and we need advice or we need, a nudge in the right direction or a slap that tells us to come back to reality. I think we all need a friend like that. So good job, Denise. I'm with you.
That is a good perspective.
Yeah.
But I'm not there yet, Denise. One day I will get there.
We know who's not the crisis friend.
But because you have like friends for different kind of things, different kind of seasons as well. So one is that for Denise is becoming dependable. All right, so we have another one, and this is our segment when your parents become your kids. And this is from Carolyn B. And she says, my dad is definitely one of my kids now. I have to sit in on his doctor's appointments because apparently ice cream is a perfectly reasonable breakfast at his big age.
Not at his big age.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
ice cream for
Carolyn,
breakfast? Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
Yeah, that's something. That's why the kids be coming back like, well, grandma let me do it. Like, grandma let me do it, so you can't do it.
Exactly. Then you see like them being spoiled and we're like, why did I not get the same treatment from my own mom? It's because, they get to like that age and then they become a little bit more in that age.
Yes.
Okay. So we do have another one.
Okay.
And so this one is from our Life After 50 segment, the same show. The best is still ahead. So this one is actually from Michelle T. And she says, I'm 59 and I feel more confident now than I ever have. The best is really still ahead. And I
agree,
think that's
Michelle.
really good for her.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's really good.
It's very good because at the same time, it's like, when you become or when you reach that seasoned age, there's just so much more. You're more grounded. You're more level-headed. You're not acting on impulse. You've been there, done that. You've gone through so many different scenarios that it's like, it's kind of like a walk in the park for you whenever you encounter certain situations, and you're always going to hear people say, listen, I'm living my best life. I'm living my best days now at this age, because it's like, now you're not just stuck worried about other people's opinions, what they think, what they're going to say. Listen, you're past all of that. You're doing you. You're making sure that you're keeping your peace, that you're happy. And girl, listen, that is all that matters at the end of the day.
I really love comments like this, that encourages viewers, not only the young ones, right? But especially the seasoned ones, like Michelle, who commented on this specific segment. Like our guest said, right? Like don't worry about other people's opinions, especially you're in that age. Just you can do the hobbies that you used to not do before, because again, like what she mentioned, she had to put up and hold all those hobbies or the dreams or whatever she planned for her life, because she had like a child, like I think in her 20s or something, early 20s. Yeah. So she had to hold a little bit of some of her ambitions and some of her goals. So that's why now is the time that, your kids are grown, if you have kids, that they're out of the house and you can just live your life and enjoy. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
More free time.
Exactly. I know, right?
Exactly.
And we do have our last one, which is from Judge Nori's court. Oh boy, the gift that started a fight. And this is from Angela. She says, forget the skincare gift. The second I hear work wife, we're having a conversation.
Exactly.
I agree with her whole.
How would you? Well, how do you agree now? Hold on.
Wait a minute. No, wait. Okay. Hold on. Look what you did, Angela. You done got to start it all over again, and I don't have the robe on today. Okay, so listen, I can chime in. We'll get it started. Okay.
If I recall correctly, it was everybody was at fault and all of this stuff, but now Judge Nori want to agree.
Listen, Linda.
That's not what you said.
Listen, Linda.
Now she's not in the
Do you see any purple robe on right now? No, you don't. But listen, it goes both ways. Work wife, work husband. Listen, we're definitely having a conversation on that one.
No work wife,
no.
Only one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter like what it was. Your wife, your spouse should always be first on your list. If anything, they need to be first. Now, if they deny it, then you're able to give to somebody else, but don't do anything without them knowing off bat. That's my final word.
Yeah, we got it. The last one we got a little heated. A little. You saw how these. It's good I'm in the middle, because if not, I would have done something on the centerpiece that we have here. All right, but that's that for BTS Unfiltered. If your comment was not read on the show, don't worry. Still keep writing comments. Send us your comments, even if sometimes you disagree with us. Most of the time, maybe, or if you agree. Like for example, we had Michelle when she shared her comment. So feel free to comment. However, right now we're gonna go on a break and we'll be back.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How long have you been facing the same problems? How long have you been searching for answers? How long have you been waiting for a miracle? Miracles aren't a thing of the past. When you use your faith, your miracle is within reach. Call 1-888-332-4141 for spiritual counseling on overcoming your biggest challenge. Or text 1-888-312-4141. Our helpline is judgment-free, with men and women of God ready to help you. You don't need to fight this battle alone.
Have you ever felt like your voice wasn't heard? Like your story, your experience, your truth, left unspoken? On Breaking the Silence, we believe every woman has a story worth telling. Be a guest. DM us at BreakingTheSilence_talk show. Sometimes all it takes is a conversation.
Great news. We are now streaming on 2 new platforms. For our viewers across the United States, you can watch us on Frontier Communications Channel 726. Fios by Verizon Channel 792. For our viewers in New York, tune in on Dish Channel 39, DirecTV Channel 42, and on local antenna 42.1. Take note and spread the word. We will never stop striving to bring you the quality programming you deserve. Thank you for your viewership and unwavering support. We are LFN, and we are here to stay.
Well, ladies, prepare yourself for another BTS Unfiltered, because the way the show went today,
Angela.
You know, today, Judge Nori and ShyTia, leave me out of this.
Look what you
Even
did.
Tasha too. Tasha came for me as well.
Well,
they get a little too comfortable with BTS Unfiltered, but we love it. We love it.
So just keep the comments coming. So how do you keep the comments coming? Where do you go? So you scan this QR code, all right? So Breaking the Silence_talk show. Not only comments, maybe topics that perhaps you have something in your mind and you want us to cover it or talk about it, or opinions, agreeing, disagreeing with it. Or if you want to be
a
viewer joiner.
There you go. Then you can also send in a DM and let us know, because we did have a very, very good guest, a list of guests lately. And if you also have a story to share, you have a small business as well, then feel free as well to
reach out.
We'll love to hear their opinions on topics like the separate bedroom.
Oh,
what
that's
you
why
gotta say about
we
that?
need to have a BTS Unfiltered.
Let us
because,
know.
you know, that and the gross out, gourmet, and technology and all of that we spoke about today and recently. So we're gonna be ready for it. However, right now we're ready to wrap
it
up
up.
the show, and we're ready to say goodbye.
Bye.